Hatha Kasakor Limited is mean farmer hand or the hand for helping the farmer. Actually, Hatha Kasakor Limited start its operations in the year 1994. It start just only one project. It called Food Security Project in Posat province. It's about 200 kilometers from the Phnom Penh capital. Sponsored by Oxfam Quebec. In the project, there are several components. There are literacy component, road and rehabilitation, and health component, education, agriculture, and also credit component. After running the project for a while, Oxfam Quebec agreed to run the credit component alone only to become independent project. So that in the year 1995. And then in the year 1996, myself prepare all the documents and request to the Ministry of Interior to register this project as the non-governmental organization. It's called Hatha Kasakor Non-Governmental Organization. So then the Hatha Kasakor Non-Governmental Organization is providing only credit to Cambodian people under the regulation of the National Bank of Cambodia. We transform ourselves to become limited company in the year 2001. And the same year, we also register with the Ministry of Commerce as the limited company. And we also received the license to operate the microfinance activity. And then we obtained the license. It's called microfinance deposit taking license. From 2010, Hatha Kasakor are able to mobilize savings from the public under this license. For the transformation, we have 4 shareholders. One shareholder is Hatha Kasakor Non-Governmental Organization, and the second is the staff association. Third shareholder is CD from France. And the 4th shareholder is the individual shareholder, the project manager of Oxfam Quebec. So in that time, it's very difficult to look for the shareholder, especially experience with the microfinance operation. It's very difficult time in the year 2001. Is nobody understand about the microfinance activity. Nobody willing to invest in the microfinance operation because they think that it is very high risk in that time. And in the year 2003, later on, 2 years later, we also very lucky to invite COAID, is the non-governmental organization from Netherlands, to become our 5th shareholder. And then in the year 2008, we have Triple Gem Eco Credit also coming from Netherlands the same. And those shareholders, they are very social oriented. They are not looking for a high return of their investment, but they also thinking about the balancing of the social and their return right now, because they are looking for the sustainable for the long future. So we have different mission and vision, because we are targeting with the people very poor and living in the rural area. So that's why we set up a lot of office in order to be very close to our customer, to avoid for them to spend more money, more financial resource to come to use our service. We have 151 offices set up at the rural area. Only around 10% of our office is in the urban area. In the historical operation of Hatha Casco Limited, we also have some challenges in human resource. As in Cambodia, we do not have very good experienced human resource. We also have challenge on the funding. We have to mobilize funding from overseas. We also have challenges in the operation. From 2001 until 2003, Hatha Casco Limited just transformed to limited company, and at the same time we try to expand very fast. So then when we try to expand so fast, it's lacking of control. We face a very big challenge in loan in arrears and some staff fraud. And then we can overcome this situation, and then it come again to the year 2008 and 2009 global financial crisis. So in that time, the loan in arrears is also very high. I think it's around 3%, the highest in our history. So we focusing very much to the capacity building. We slow down our operation, and we focus, we spend a lot of financial resource and energy to provide a lot of training to our staff, and then to develop a very good policy and procedure, credit policy, the complaint policy, human resource policy. Last year, I think we also decided to create a full function for this unit, responsible for the social and environmental activity. And we add some more people to this unit, and then we upgrade the unit to become one department. We call SPM department. Right now they have 6 people. This team has to continue to provide the training to all our staff to understand what are the social performance management, so on and so forth. So the very important for us to have the SMART certificate is just to tell us how good for us to implement the customer protection principle. We want to know ourselves where we are, who we are in this matter.